Iron Triangle. The backstory. An iron triangle is defined as the relationship between an agency, a committee, and an interest group. Iron triangles are examples of what is called client politics. Client politics is the type of politics in which an organized minority or interest group benefits at the expense of the public. An example of an influential and powerful iron triangle is that between the Department of Education, the House Committee of Education and Labor, and the American Federation of Teachers. This is our representation of how each of these individual institutions comes together to get what they want, and get something in return. But first, you need to know some things. The American Federation of Teachers. What do they do? The AFT is an interest group whose sole purpose is to make sure that educators all over the nation are being treated and paid fairly. Their mission statement reads, "The American Federation of Teachers is a union of professionals that champions fairness, democracy, economic opportunity, and high-quality public education, healthcare, and public services for our students, their families, and our communities. We are committed to advancing these principles through community engagement, organizing collective bargaining and political activism, and especially through the work our members do." The House Committee on Education and Labor. What does it do? The committee's basic jurisdiction is over education and workforce matters generally. The committee's chairman, John Klein, stated, "We need an education system that prepares our children for the future and an economy that fosters entrepreneurialism and American enterprise. We will be pressing for enhanced flexibility and local control in education, modernization of outdated federal rules that stifle job growth and innovation, and affordable access to health care, retirement security, and training for American workers." The Department of Education. What does it do? The mission of the Department of Education is to promote student achievement and preparation for global competitiveness by fostering educational excellence and ensuring equal access. The DOE also establishes policies related to federal education funding, administers distribution of funds and monitors their use, collects data and oversees research on America's schools, identifies major issues in education and focuses national attention on them, and enforces federal laws prohibiting discrimination in programs that receive federal funds.
And now, our feature presentation.
Teachers' wages should be higher. I should send an email to the Committee of Education and Labor and ask them to write a law that increases our salaries. That way, we can get a law passed increasing our pay. Please write a law that increases teachers' pay. Send!
Look! I just received an email from the American Federation of Teachers asking for new legislation. They say that teachers' wages are too low. Let me look up some statistics. Wow, teachers' wages are low. This definitely needs to change, but I have to get something in return. I want support and votes from the members of the AFT so that our current representatives can be re-elected. Send.
The committee wants political support from us in return for writing the bill? Hey, if this legislation gets passed, then I will support them in all they do.
Perfect. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Sweet. Our bill is finished. Now how to get it passed. The president thinks teachers' salaries are too high already. I know. I will call the Department of Education and see if they can put a good word in for our cause and get this bill passed.
Hello? Oh, hey, Committee of Education and Labor. What's that? You need a bill passed. So you think that the teachers' wages should be increased, but the president thinks that they are too high already. Well, I suppose they should be higher, but I want something in return for convincing the president to pass this law for you. You'll need to provide our department with a lot of political support to get this bill passed. You can do that? Great. I will convince the president to sign that bill. You're very welcome. All right. Farewell.
After all the hard work put in by the American Federation of Teachers, the House Committee on Education and Labor, and the Department of Education, the bill was passed and teachers all across America received higher pay.
Through and only through these three powerful parts of the government did this bill get made into a law. The AFT got their legislation written by the House Committee and got their bill passed by the Department of Education, so they got their voice heard.
The committee got support and votes from the AFT and got political support from the Department of Education.
Lastly, the Department of Education received support of future decisions from the AFT and got the legislation written from the House Committee.
This shows how effective the Iron Triangle can be.
Look! I just received an email from the American Federation of Teachers asking for new legislation. They say that teachers' wages are too low. They let me look up some statistics. Wow! Teachers' wages are low. I want support and votes from the members of the AFT so that our current representatives can be re-elected. Send.
Jessica!
Ow!
Hold on. Get me started. Please! If we can get committees to... Hello? Oh, hey, Committee of Education and Labor. What's up? I messed up. Hello? Oh, hey, Committee of Education and Labor. What's that? You need a bill passed.